All right, good evening, everyone. Been a great day one for the E3 Coliseum. We've had such amazing panels. We've got 2 more days. We hope to see you guys tomorrow and Thursday for more great sessions. But tonight, we're going to do something that I've been wanting to do for many, many years. I grew up playing the games of Tim Schafer. You guys like Tim Schafer? Yeah. One of Tim's most classic adventure games was a title called Grim Fandango. Came out back in 1998 when I was working at GameSpot. I think it won Game of the Year back then. And anyone that's played any of Tim's games knows that they have such incredible scripts, dialogue, humor, and acting in them. So what I've always wanted to do is bring the cast together from one of his games to do a live reading of many of the scenes. And tonight, to celebrate 20 years of Grim Fandango, we have reunited the entire original cast. Many of them haven't seen each other in 20 years or seen Tim in 20 years, but they all decided to come out for you guys, the fans, tonight at E3. So I'm so excited that they're all here. Special guest Jack Black is going to join us for this. And, of course, Tim Schafer. Peter, the original composer, has put together an amazing band for the music of the game. So this is something that can only happen at E3, and it's going to be one night only. So without further ado, please welcome the 20th anniversary celebration of Grim Fandango.
Hello, thank you. Amazing. That sounds awesome. Hey, everybody. Hello. Hi. Hello, E3. It's so nice to see you all. It's so great to be here. This event means a lot to me. Grim Fandango is a very special game to me, and people who make games, especially the actors, we often just come and do this work in a little room, and then we go, and we're like, I hope that worked out. I hope that was great. And then people play the game in the privacy of their own homes, and they're quietly chuckling and laughing and enjoying it maybe. But now we get to actually have the actors and the musicians out front and hear you guys screaming and yelling. So please join me and be very, very enthusiastic and let these actors know how much their performance has meant to you over the last 20 years. So I would like to get right to this acting. But first, I want to introduce the band, at least the band members who I know the names of. It's Peter McConnell, the original composer of this amazing score. Peter has scored almost every game I've ever worked on, along with Clint Bajakian over here, the master composer of Outlaws and other games. And Clint, can you introduce the rest of the band?
Yes, Mark Grisky, who has scored Star Wars Old Republic and worked at LucasArts as well, and Ravi. And Ravi, your last name? Knipstrup. And we're fortunate to have him.
And Clint, as you may all know, has scored Outlaws, Indiana Jones.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Right. Yes. The old Lucas crew. So before I bring out the actors, I want to mention this game is we just recently remastered it, and we brought it to a lot of different platforms, and we're excited to announce that we are working on bringing it to Nintendo Switch as well. So you'll be playing Grim Fandango on the Switch. And so let me get back in my narrator position now. I am a narrator, and I'll be narrating tonight. I want to bring out the star of Grim Fandango. You may know him as Ugly Betty's dad, or from Roman J. Israel Esquire. He's been working in The Punisher, and he's also on One Day at a Time. But I think of him as Manny Calavera, Mr. Tony Plana. Tony Plana. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Thank you. And for our first scene, we are going to be doing a scene from the introduction of the game, and we're going to get a little help out from an old friend of ours who had worked with us on a game called Brutal Legend, played the roadie Eddie Riggs. You, of course, saw him in my daughter's favorite movie this summer, the smash hit Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and he's currently on tour with Tenacious D, Jack Black.
What?
Good job.
No, good, thank you.
How you guys feeling? Are you guys ready to do some acting?
Stage, right? Just like
Stage
dive. Don't catch me.
Can we get a script for Mr. Black?
It seems like you're really well. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Stage manager just gave me.
I sound really good, right?
Is my mic? Oh, there it is. There I am.
You sound good, too.
Thanks, guys.
It's my
What's
bad.
up?
All right. You sound good, too? Yeah?
Yeah, I think I do. How do I sound?
Can you hear Tony? This is something we've never done before, a live read of a video game script, so it's going to be it's going to feel very live and very raw. So.
Well, we were also the first video game to do El Día de los Muertos.
Oh, yeah. We thought of that way before. There's some others. We thought of that way first.
Before
We don't want to.
the other ones.
So, well. I think we're going to get into it, and we're going to do a scene now. You ready to do a scene? I'll be playing the part as the narrator. Thanks for letting me act with you, actual actors. Let me set the scene for you. Downtown El Morro on the Day of the Dead is usually a festive scene, but not for the working stiffs of the Department of Death. In fact, it's their busiest workday of the year, which is why one of them is late to meet with his latest client.
Sorry to wait, Mr. Flores, but I am ready to take you now.
Take me?
No.
Take me where?
No. There's no need to be nervous.
Nervous? No, it's just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating me? But I'm your friend. My name is Manny Calavera, and I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new travel agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No! What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip, and I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous. Unless you could take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise? Or if you led a very good life, you may even be able to go for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
Oh, that's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years. But very few people qualify. Let's take a look at your records.
The travel agent taps his bones on the keyboard in an optimistic clacking flurry that slows as the disappointing results reveal themselves.
Well, the bad news is that the train appears to be just out of your reach. But I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yeah. Ha! That's the ticket, the Excelsior line.
On the front stoop of the Department of Death, Manny Calavera hands his client the best travel package he can swing, a walking stick. albeit a very nice one. The name Excelsior is stamped on the side in fake gold foil.
Yeah, she's a beauty, and that compass in the handle would sure come in handy, too. You're gonna have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, no, I can't leave here till I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, huh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be leaving here soon enough.
Celso walks down the stairs, beginning his 4-year journey of the soul.
No thanks to the dead end of commission. No thanks to the dead end, no commission, low life cases like yours, Menzel. Where do they get these guys? They don't qualify for anything good. So I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time. And I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint.
Woo! Awesome. No, you stay here.
Oh, do I?
Oh, you're not done.
I'm confused.
You got a whole bunch of acting. I'll give you some warning. That was good, though. Weren't these guys great? That was amazing. People are like, sometimes credit me with some writing on the game, which I did a lot of writing, but like, how'd you get those phrases in Spanish were so good? And I'm like, that was all Tony. Like, I wrote the script and was like, hey, buddy, and Tony would be like, we would actually probably say hermano, or if there's a really appropriate and really nice sounding slang in there,
I
it's all
needed a
Tony.
translator for his Spanish.
And then we had a long talk about some of the words and how dirty they were in Spanish. We're like, is that really dirty? Like, well, it's really dirty in Cuban. I think it's less dirty in Spanish.
We cleaned them up, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get on to another scene. I want to bring out here a demon who was summoned from the land of the dead himself and given one purpose and one skill and one desire, and that is to drive. The lovely and talented Alan Blumenfeld. Alan. Known as Glottis. Amazing. How you doing, Alan? Feel good, Alan?
Feeling good.
Yeah. Thanks for coming here.
Oh, pleasure. It's so much fun.
Here we go. Manny, looking to get a jump on the other salesman, heads down to the garage to find his driver and make the trip to the land of the living. Word is there's a big poisoning and Manny doesn't want to miss out. But the garage is deserted. At least it looks that way until a large orange demon squeezes his way out of the tiny utility shed in the corner.
Hey! Who the... Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents don't usually come over to this part of the garage.
I'm Calavera, Manny Calavera.
My name's Glottis. Don't get many visitors. Hey! I got a message for Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Yeah. It wasn't that nice?
Gladys. Is that a German name?
Oh, no. My roots lie not in any earthly nation's soil. I am an elemental spirit, summoned up from the land of the dead itself, and given one purpose, one skill, one desire, to drive, or to change oil and adjust timing belts if no driving jobs are available.
Yeah, looks like I need a new driver.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry, can't. Rules.
Come on, Gladys. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not big. The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know? I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't drive a car without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line, getting people to sign. Back in a snap.
Manny leaves the big demon alone, a toothy smile growing across his orange face.
Yeah. Too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
Yeah. I think everyone would agree that the biggest thing missing from Grim Fandango and our biggest regret, no Glottis plushie. Everybody would like a Glottis plushie.
Not too late, is it?
How's it going so far? You guys feel good?
Yeah,
Feel
good.
Yeah? Okay. Let's bring out another one of our good friends and great actors who was part of the original recording, playing the part of Domino Hurley, Patrick Dollahan.
What's up, baby?
All the way.
Thank you, Patrick. Good to have you here. You feeling okay? Got
Oh
your
yeah, I gotta
notebook out?
find my page here and get ready for a little dancing.
Let's see who's in this next scene. I think we have everyone here. Yeah, this is between Manny and Domino. Manny decides to confront his arch rival in the Department of Death, Domino Hurley, and find out where he got the nerve to send his driver home. He finds Domino in his office, Manny's old office, working out, lazily punching a speed bag.
Well, at least you're not hitting the bottle anymore.
Hey, Callie, how you doing?
How'd you make out it's a poisoning?
Well, let's just say that Sister Calabaza had a secret passion for trains.
You got a nun?
Hail Mary.
And you sold her a ticket on the number 9 train?
Choo-choo, little buddy. Say, how'd you score?
I got 2 nuns, actually.
Hey, that reminds me of a really funny joke.
Heard it. I want to ask you a question.
Shoot, slugger.
Is it hard to kiss up to the boss so much with no lips?
Hey, I got all the lip I need. I get it from you.
So what's the big idea sending my driver home?
Frankly, Manny, I'm surprised you noticed. You haven't had much use for him lately.
Can I have one of your clients?
Sure, Cal. Just as soon as I get one I think you can handle.
I can handle anything you got, especially if that's your best right jab. Why do you get all the good clients?
You're asking the wrong guy. You should be taking a good long look to the man in the mirror.
No thanks. I don't enjoy that the same way you do. I want my office back.
Don't worry, you'll have years and years to enjoy it after I get promoted out and you're still here.
I think you're up to something.
Yeah, I'm up to something. I'm up to 4 premium sales this week.
Yeah, I want to punch you in the mouth.
Oh, no, not the Christmas party all over again.
Well, you sound pretty out of breath, so I'm going to blow.
Always a pleasure, Cal.
That's awesome. So when we do these in the studio, you guys are recording separately, right? You guys weren't in the studio the same day at the same time,
Actually,
I imagine.
we might have been.
Really?
One of us is lying, the other one doesn't remember.
I should mention and give a shout out to the amazing Dara O'Farrell, who is our voice director and in the studio with all these people. I wish Dara could be here tonight, but he can't. He's off working somewhere. But Dara, we're all thinking about you. Let's hear for Dara O'Farrell, everybody. But now, let's bring out another one of our great actors. You might know her as the mom from Wizards of Waverly Place, or Hot Girl in the Justice League, or as Mercedes Colomar from Grim Fandango. Please welcome Maria Canals-Barrera.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
What
down
happened?
I was going for the handshake, but then she didn't
Yeah.
see it, and it was awkward.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
No one
Sorry.
noticed. No one noticed.
But thank you
Sorry.
for pointing it out.
I'll shake your hand.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jack.
It's not being watched by thousands of people around the world. It's fine. Thank you, Maria, for coming. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
It's good to get you and Tony together again, separated by 3 men. Let's get right into this scene where you guys meet. And there's a little bit of Glottis in this one at the beginning, and then it's all Manny and Mitchie. And we're playing some, I think before we start this scene, we're going to have the scene set by the maestro and the band a little bit, right? We are. Oh, you already did it? Yeah, we already did it. Yeah, forget me. So cool this is just a rehearsal, everybody. We're going to do the real show after this. It's going to be great. So, let's get right into it. Driven by his competition with Domino, Manny resorts to some questionable methods to steal a hot lead on a new client. He rushes down to the garage to find that Glottis, now his driver, has turned his humble car into a souped-up hot rod that will become to be known as the Bone Wagon.
Glottis, are you loco? What got into you? That was a company car.
Oh, yeah. And it's even better company now. Hop in. Yeah! Woo!
The Bone Wagon rockets them into the land of the living in a flash of chrome, fire, and exhaust. And there, Manny uses his scythe to cut open the death shroud of the best client he's had in a long time, Mercedes Colomar.
Buenos dias.
You're not the nurse.
No.
You're not here to give me my medication?
No, but I am here to ease your pain.
Guess they couldn't save me, huh?
No, but there's still a chance that you could save me.
Back in Manny's office, Mercedes nervously sits in a guest chair while Manny processes her case.
That's a lot of responsibility, Mr. Calavera. What makes you think I've been all that good?
Miss Colomar.
Meche, please.
Meche, I can see it in your face. And in your file here, where it says you're entitled to a first-class ticket to...
Manny again searches his computer and is again shocked and disappointed. This time was supposed to be different.
Nowhere? What?
Did I do something wrong?
Not according to your bio. It was spotless. At least the part I read was.
I'm not sure I like the implication, Mr. Calavera.
The only implication here is that I'm fired.
Is it something I did?
Anything about your past you haven't told me?
Quite a bit, considering I've told you nothing.
Did you kill much when you were alive?
Very little.
Never killed anybody?
I have to confess, I never killed anybody.
Never, not even a teensy bit of killing?
Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough.
Were you a big shoplifter?
Well, they accused me of it once.
Really?
But it wasn't my fault. That puppy followed me out the store.
Oh. Mean to animals?
Oh, no, I love animals. Once when I was volunteering at an animal shelter,
Just stop right there. Ever cheated on your taxes?
I've never paid taxes in my life.
Aha!
I've never made enough money to be taxed. You know, it's almost always been mostly volunteer work.
Uh-huh. Work with me, Meche. Give me some dirt.
Well, I could do something bad right now if it would help.
Wouldn't count. Sorry. You know what I have to do? I just have to go straighten this mess out.
Sorry to be so much trouble, Mr. Calavera.
It's no trouble, but please, call me Manny.
Yes. Amazing.
So fun.
Peter McConnell.
Yeah.
I love the music.
That sounded great, you guys. Okay, we're going to do another scene before we bring out someone else. We're going to do a scene that has Jack in it. Are you prepared? Everybody else has to do one part mostly, but Jack has to do like 800 parts tonight. So
800 accents.
800 accents. That's the title of the show. 800 accents.
He's probably right.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like stealing that hot lead isn't going to put Manny on an easy street after all. In fact, it quickly gets him in pretty hot water with his boss, Don Copal.
Hey, Funny Bones! In my office now! You vandalized company property. in order to obtain secret information so you could take your illegally modified company car and your unregistered driver and run Domino here off the road. All in order to steal a client from her legitimate agent.
There's nothing legitimate about this place. You give me all the good clients to Domino.
Manny, now I'm embarrassed for you.
You've embarrassed the whole office. I'm gonna call a woman in here so you can apologize to her yourself. Eva, send in Mrs. Calamar, please.
She left about 15 minutes ago, sir. She said she had a long walk ahead of her and she wanted to get started.
Walking? She had a ticket on the number 9. What does she think? What does she think she has to walk?
That's the best package I could find for her.
Now you see why I give all the good clients to Domino. That woman was a saint and a shoo-in for the double N ticket that she's not gonna get because you just couldn't find it. And now because of your little stunt, she's out there on her own, walking by herself through the petrified forest, facing the demons of the underworld alone and unprotected. This is her reward. After a lifetime of hardship and public service, her destiny stolen by some overachieving salesman looking for a fat commission he didn't deserve.
Yeah.
I felt like sometimes I was from Boston and sometimes Brooklyn.
He's been through Boston.
Clint is the best whistler there is in the business. If you've never played Outlaws, you should go listen to the soundtrack. It's like 100% Clint whistling, right? It's amazing. All right, this next scene has a little Salvador Limones in it. That was his theme. And I think we got everybody here. All right. Yep. After his falling out with management, Manny is recruited into a shadowy organization by a mysterious figure, revolutionary leader Salvador Limones.
Young man, you are an enemy of the Department of Death. Welcome to the club.
Where are you taking me?
To the headquarters of the LSA.
LSA?
The Lost Souls Alliance. We're a small group, Manuel, but we're always looking for new soldiers. I was once a reaper like yourself, Manuel, but I uncovered a web of corruption in our beloved Department of Death. I have reason to believe that the Bureau of Acquisitions is cheating the very souls it was chartered to serve. I think someone is robbing these poor, naive souls of their rightful destinies, leaving them no option but to march on a treacherous trail of tears, unprotected and alone, like babies, Manuel, like babies.
What is your evidence?
That's where you... Whoa. I fixed my microphone. That's where you come in, Manuel. Or should I call you Agent Calavera?
No, Manny suits me fine. I'm not looking to join any military organization, Sal. I just want my job back so I can work off my time here and get out of this dump.
Well, you won't be able to get out of this city without my help. Which means, of course, you won't be able to find that woman, and you'll never get your job back. When you are ready to join the cause, Manuel, come talk to me. We might be of some use to each other.
Manny isn't the type to join a revolution, but since he owes no more loyalty to the DOD, he helps Salvador gather the evidence he needs.
You are a friend of the revolution, Agent Calvera. And now, let me be of service to you. You must go down to... Oh, boy. You must go to the town of Rubacava, my friend, if you want to find your lost soul.
How do you know where she is?
I don't. But everyone who wants to get to the ninth underworld must cross the Sea of Lament, and therefore must go to Rubacava to get passage on a ship. As long as you get there before she does, you'll find her. But it may be quite a wait.
I'll wait as long as it takes.
Manuel, are you in love with her?
Love? Love is for the living, Sal. I'm only after her for one reason. She's my ticket out of here.
I'm so happy right now. Really happy. It's really nice, you guys. Yeah. But there is one more awesome actor I would like to bring out. He's worked on many, many games with us throughout the LucasArts history. He's done so many great voices. And in Grim Fandango, he played Hector Le Mans. And I'd like to bring out Jim Ward. Jim.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. You ready? All right. We got a little Copal in here, too. All right. Manny's escapades cost Domino a client, but more, unfortunately for Don Copal at least, they also caught the attention of their boss, merciless gangster Hector Le Mans.
Mr. Le Mans, I assure you the missing woman will be found. I will personally track her down myself.
Just like you personally picked her up from the land of the living.
Well, that was my intention, but Agent Calavera somehow got to her first.
We gave you the fastest car, Domino. We gave you all the best clients. You had all the advantages. So, how was this Calavera able to sneak in there and eat your lunch?
Oh, sorry. Oh. Now, Hector, you can't get too mad at Domino. That wasn't his fault.
Oh, I can, Don. You should know I can get too mad, but not at Domino. After all, he wasn't in charge of this operation. At least, not until now.
Hector, no!
Hector Le Mans fires multiple rounds of Sproutella into Don Copal's chest. Hector Le Mans fires multiple rounds of Sproutella into Hector Le Mans' chest. Yes. Immediately, flowers take root in Don's bones and sprout his body into a horrifying bouquet of death. A little more moaning.
Marigolds. Funny. For some reason, I was expecting tulips. Well, maybe Mr. Calavera, Domino. Why don't you personally go down to the basement and escort him up here? The sooner he sprouts and we can get back to business, the better.
But Manny is not in the basement. He's already halfway across the petrified forest, where Glottis has outfitted the bone wagon with hydraulic shocks, lifting the hot rod 8 feet above the forest floor.
Manny, until now we scraped along the ground like rats, but from now on we soar like eagles. Yeah, like eagles on pogo sticks.
What a relief. I was getting concerned that our transportation wasn't ostentatious enough.
Get in! Or are you afraid of heights?
Nice. One year passes, and Manny now runs the hottest nightclub in Rubacava. He's had to do something while he waited for Meche to pass through town. And then, one night, someone appeared at the club, or something. It looked like Meche, but it wasn't her.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was so no good. I've been lost all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
It was a trick, a demon messenger. Manny had passed through town. Meche had passed through town at night, but she left with Domino Hurley. Manny couldn't figure out why she left with him or why she whacked him on the head with a bottle of champagne when he tried to stop them. But he knew he would travel to the end of the world to find out. In the meantime, he had to find a way to Rubacava.
With bony hands, I hold my partner. On soulless feet, we cross the floor. The music stops as if to answer. An empty knocking on the door. It seems his flesh was sweet as mango when last I held him to my breast. But now we dance this grim fandango and will for years before we rest.
Now, Alan, are you ready to do some singing?
Why not?
Okay, Peter, how do we start this? Are you going to start it? Are you going to count it?
I'm going to see if I can.
And Alan's just going to jump in when he feels it's time, right?
I hope so. What? Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you.
Always leave them wanting more.
He's really good on the violin. That's the thing to remember. The iPhone is a... I always sucked at the iPhone. Uh-oh.
Another
jiggly chord. We'll start over? Okay. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Forget everything you just heard.
Should we try it a cappella? Oh, my rose. All right. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. This, if I know Peter, this is his way of showing us all that live music is always better.
Rusty anchor, rusty as she can be. Every port I go, I drop her, but she always come back to me. Oh, rusty anchor, going down, down, down. Oh, rusty anchor, guess I gotta hang around. she don't love me. And this morning I woke to find us both drifting out to sea. And every chance I get, I thank her for never leaving me. When my boat's big off the driftwood, but she never wants to set me free. Oh, rusty anchor, going down, down, down. Oh, rusty anchor, guess I gotta hang around.
Still got it. That was awesome.
Tom Waits was my vocal coach.
Alan Bloomfeld, everybody. Alan Bloomfeld. Amazing. I was like, he knows he's got to sing on this. Yeah. He's fine with it. He's cool with it. How amazing. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Here we are. Manny follows Meche and Domino out to a remote coral mining colony on the literal edge of the world. He breaks into Domino's office where he reunites with his old client.
Meche,
Manny, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see how your trip was going, Angel. I am your travel agent, you know. By the way, thanks for that bottle of champagne you sent me. It really hit the spot.
You were headed for a trap. I was trying to warn you. Domino was using me like bait. I didn't want you to end up a prisoner like me.
Prisoner? Where's your cell? Or are you just sharing a bunk with the warden?
Manny knows he's gone too far even before Meche slaps him across the face.
Is that what you think of me? Then why did you come here?
Domino Hurley makes a surprise entrance. Manny's almost grateful to him for breaking the tension.
Because this is where he belongs, here, working for me. I knew you'd come around eventually. Right or wrong, Manuel Calavera is always on the winning team, right, Manny? That's why you're here now.
I'm getting off this rock, and I'm taking all these people with me.
Manny, there's no way off this island. I'm afraid you're stuck here in my little executive training program. See, I need you to take my place here, kid. I've got to get back to the city where the action is.
Glottis enters the room, despite Manny telling him to wait outside, underwater.
I'm sorry, Manny. I had to come in. My skin is getting all pruny.
Him, I don't need.
Domino presses a secret button and sends Glottis through a trap door, out of the building, into the water, and out over the edge of the world.
I'm gonna grind you into powder for that, cabron.
Maybe later. But for now, let me just show you to your new office.
Domino sucker punches Manny, and everything else goes dark. Good job, guys. Manny breaks out of Don's prison, finds Glottis and Meche, and puts them on board the SS Lambada, a ship he's stolen, along with a couple of orphans and a whole bunch of coral miners he's rescued along the way.
So, are you really going to bring me back and try to get your old job again?
There's no job for me now. except to bring you and everyone else to the end of the road.
But if you aren't going to use me to get your job back, then why did you spend all this time trying to find me?
Meche, I needed to find you.
A submarine, driven by Domino's giant pet octopus, catches up to the Lambada and rams it. Out of the sub's hatch pops an angry Domino Hurley.
I give you one job, Manny, and look at you already screwing it up. I suppose you realize this is going to go down on your permanent record.
Domino pulls out his scythe. Manny jumps onto the sub and pulls out his. A Reaper-on-Reaper scythe battle sounds exciting, but this one is kind of a stalemate until Manny cheats and stabs Domino's octopus through the cockpit window.
I don't believe you, Calavera. You're losing a fight, so you pick on one of my pets. Why aren't you more like me, Manny? I've been trying to show you how, but you just don't listen. If you just adopt the proper attitude, just look what could happen to you.
Unfortunately for Domino, he's too busy with his motivational speech to notice the giant rock crusher mounted to the front of the SS Lambada, sneaking up behind him. Domino screams in pain and surprise as he's pulled into the rock crusher's jaws and, just like Manny promised, ground into powder. Manny returns to El Morro, fashions a disguise, and sneaks into the office of Hector Lamons in a penthouse suite sitting atop a newly built casino. While in the office, Manny, still the salesman and almost unable to help himself, makes a sale so impressive, Hector himself takes notice.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what spell you cast on the Flores couple, but stick around. Once I'm done with them, there's something across town I want to show you.
Hector takes Manny across town, right back to the Department of Death to try and sell Manny on his old job.
Am I just talking about a job here? Or am I talking about opportunity in a general sense? We've had a lot of openings in this office in the last couple of years, and frankly, we've had trouble filling them. I could really use a closer like you on the team.
Hector unknowingly walks Manny into his very own ex-office.
This could be your office. Here, try this on.
He hands Manny one of his old Reaper robes.
That's yours, too. And as an added bonus, 2% of these, Mr.
He shows Manny a suitcase full of golden tickets, but is surprised to see Manny now out of his disguise, pointing a Sproutella gun at him.
My name's Calavera, and I want a bigger cut.
Oh, but Mr. Calavera, I'm going to need most of these to get myself out of this world. You see, I've been a very, very bad boy.
I'm going to deliver those tickets to their rightful owners, and I'm going to deliver you to the compost pile.
Before Manny can deliver anything, one of Hector's demon messenger buzzards crashes through the window and attacks. Manny quickly sprouts it, but in a commotion, Hector escapes. Manny finally catches up to Hector in a greenhouse in the middle of the meadow, a graveyard of flowers. All the victims of Hector's rise to power. Hector slowly plucks petals off a marigold.
She loves me. She loves me not.
Well, you're half right.
Oh, Manny. So cynical. What happened to you, Manny, that caused you to lose your sense of hope, your love of life?
I died.
I see. I guess Domino is right. You don't have a shred of optimism.
Well, when it comes to shreds, Dom is the expert.
And by that same logic, Manny, you are about to become an expert in botany.
Is this where you tell me about your secret plan, Hector? How you stole double-end tickets from innocent souls, pretended to sell them, but really hoarded them for yourself in a desperate attempt to get out of the land of the dead?
No.
Hector shoots Manny square in the chest.
Oh. Ow. I only warranted an ow. This is where you writhe around in excruciating pain for about an hour because that idiot Bolesley ran off with all the fast-acting Sprotella. This slow stuff will sprout you, but it's going to take a long time, I'm sorry to say. Manny, where are you going? You've got some time, you know, before you have to leave. Get it? Leave?
Peter McConnell. It was a prickly situation, and I could tell you how Manny got out of it, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Let me just say that Hector Lamons, well, how do I put this lightly? He exploded. There, I spoiled it for you after all. But I won't tell you how to solve the puzzle that makes him explode. Anyway, Manny, Meche, and Glottis and all their friends pile into the number 9 train and ride it to the temple on the far side of the world. The temple guardian checks their tickets.
You can count them if you want. They're all there.
How about yours? The company gave me one on the other end. Sort of a retirement present. And, demons, right, free, right?
Oh, Manny, you know I can't go with you. I'm the spirit of the land and all that. I can't ever leave this world.
I guess I got so wrapped up in saving people, I just assumed I'd be able to save you too.
Yeah, but I don't need to be saved. I like it here. I'm not all alone in that basement anymore, thanks to you. I got a new job and all these new friends. I'm a big demon success story.
So, I guess this is it then.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Oh!
You were the best boss I ever had. Bye.
Gracias.
Back on the train, Manny and Meche hide away in a private compartment.
Manny,
Yeah?
when we get to the next world,
What is it, Angel?
are we going to be together?
You know, sweetheart, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Nobody knows what's going to happen at the end of the line. So you might as well enjoy the trip.
Yes.
Check the black man.
Signore.
Get out. Hey, Jim.
That was great.
That is our time here. I want to thank all of you for coming. It's so nice to see you all here. I want to thank our amazing actors, Mr. Tony Plana, Jack Black, Alan Bloomfeld, Patrick Dollahan, Maria Canals-Barrera, and the amazing Jim Ward. Woo! Thank you so much.
Awesome, brother.
Smile,
Wait,
guys.
Selfie.
Lean in here. Ready? One.
You guys,
Look
take
over
a selfie.
here. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
It means so much for me to hear all these words from you guys. You guys are so good.
I want you in it.
It's been 20 years, and it just brings a tear to my eye to hear you guys do these amazing, amazing performances. Thank you so much for coming out. And the band, Peter McConnell, and Clint Bajakian, the original, and Mark. And I want to thank Chris Brown for helping us get all these great actors together. And I want to thank Jeff Keighley for making this whole thing happen. It was all his idea.
Hey, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Give another round of applause to all these incredible actors in the band. Grim Fandango, 20 years. I never thought this would happen, but it happened right here tonight at E3. Thank all you guys for making this happen.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
We got to take a...
Yes. Take a picture. Take a picture. All of
Yeah,
us.
let's do a pic.
Let's
Everybody,
do it the
here
right
we
way.
go.
Ready?
Over here, bud.
And now to Broadway.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right, congratulations, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you all so much for being here at the E3 Coliseum. Day one, we'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. We got another whole day of sessions and Thursday as well. Enjoy the rest of E3, and thank you so much for being here. Good night, everybody. Night. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. That was amazing. Thank you.